I haven't played that for years. Isaïe led in my mind to the chanson, led to the César Franck. La France, very important. More important, of course, is the Germans. We'll deal with them on other occasions. What else? I do think, by the way, a teacher has to be good enough to play. So for those people who say my playing is not very good, I'll fight back. It is very good. Those people who say it's no good, I want to hear in their playing. I want to hear the difference in the vibrato, I want to hear the intonation, I want to hear the tone, I want to hear everything that's there, as I've just done here. I want them to stand up and do it. By the way, it's not Brahms. Don't listen to Isaac Stern César Franck, it's not good. He doesn't do any difference. It's not this. It's different. Brahms, it needs wider vibrato, wider amplitude, it needs thicker tone. See, this is what's wrong with conservatoire teaching. There's no difference between the Brahms G major sonata, the Brahms A major sonata, the Brahms slow movement in F major, and the César Franck. That's why I started with this. It's completely different. Completely different. How that's explained, okay, I'm fluent in German, fluent in French, so I can understand the literatures and I've met the people as well. There's a lot that has to be explained. It can't just be done in the violin with the violin culture. It's the thing that the conservatoires have ruined. The Americans are worse than the Russians. At least the Russians, the Soviets, produce great players. The Americans just produce a lot of noisy. We say this on the eve of the American general election. We'll see what disaster happens there. Just a lot of noisy mess. But to reduce music to dynamics is to destroy worlds. To say that music is either 3 Ps, 2 Ps, P, MP, F, 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 and F, F, F is ridiculous. And that a crescendo or a decrescendo links you from one to another. You can demonstrate that now with this. One great teacher said, music is just a question of dynamics. Now. Right. If that's what you think a crescendo or a diminuendo is, or a dynamic, go home. What does the composer mean when he has written, there, go back to the Isaïe again, when he's written 1 F, 2 Fs or 3 Fs, what is going on? Simply that the volume control is turned up and down? Is that what he means? So we're doing crescendo from beginning to there. With an arch and a diminuendo. It's conservatoire playing. Very good, it's much better, they say. Perfect diminuendo. More the second time. Now softer. Now echo. Now crescendo. To here. Diminuendo to the top. This is meaningless. It's absolute rubbish. Now just listen. Did I go to the bottom F sharp? Of course I did. Did I go louder? Yes, of course I did. But don't reduce it to crescendo from first note to there, because that's not what's happening. I'm very, very sad today. Oh, like yawning, sighing with depressive sadness. Something is happening on that F sharp. I don't know whether I'm going louder or softer, I don't care. You see, the problem is either he or she has gone away. Has gone away. Oh dear. Oh, crying. Then there's an echo. And it's a very French echo. Les sirènes. Les sirènes in Debussy for chorus. It's only going in tones and semitones all the way through. The sirène are going ah, ah, ah. It's like seagulls in a cave somewhere in something very watery, an island without people. I've done that echo deliberately so there's resonance with the opening string. Lost the plot. Now that has to kind of evaporate. It reminds me of Gianni-Schicchi. The famous aria. La, 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 dee, la. It reminds me of Gianni-Schicchi. The famous aria. La, 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 dee, la, da, dee. When it goes up there, I can't do it properly. There's only one singer, I went through about 40 different opera versions, only one singer that does the diminuendo. What are the notes? What's keys in? And that was, let me get it right, because everyone else goes, which is nauseating, which it needs a great soprano who's got enough breath to do diminuendo to the top and have enough for the pause. The best singer was Montserrat Caballé. All the others didn't do it. So, here, it's the same note, it's a G sharp, A flat, that's why I was reminded. Same note, it's interesting, because Gianni-Schicchi is an A flat major. This. Now the other thing is that, to do with the depressive side of things, is that it's like someone who is crying when they go, ah, 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 ah. The limping quality in the 9/8, 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because we've got to do a whole up bow, so that moves quickly, windy, and then drag. That's what gets the sobbing. Ha, ha. Then. You put up as, don't start changing it, because the first was the best. Retakes are not in favour of retakes. People who can't play live, there's some recording artists that they got better and better each time they did retakes. There are others who got worse and worse. They're the greatest. The greatest are the ones you take from the live recordings, and then it gets worse and worse because you get tired. You can't repeat something. You can't repeat it over and over again. There's another thing that's wrong with modern music making is the recording industry started in the 70s to explode. Plastics, 33s. Then it went to CDs and deteriorated big time, went downhill because the quality of CD for string is just absolute rubbish. To do something electronically or digitally just ruins string sound. No, 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 no. No, no, no. In the old days they could play. They had to play every single note in tune, otherwise they didn't come to the concerts. Every single note without scratching, otherwise the public would not come to the concerts. Nowadays, it's all publicity in advance. The greatest player since sliced bread has arrived from wherever it is, Shanghai or Tokyo, having won this prize or whatever. Then the audience goes. I predicted that the modern system would collapse, and it has done, because people go to the festival hall now and say it's empty.